Alright, so welcome back to another driveway. We're back in the shop, and I'm kind of getting over a little something. Had a wonderful bout with the virus which shall go unnamed, and therefore I kind of feel a little crapped up here. Absolutely dumpstered by it, but we're back. We got to get some stuff rolling on the prototype here, and kind of go from there. So last time we were kind of painting this thing up. It's now cured for quite a few days. It's looking pretty decent. Not perfect, but hey, whatever is. Today's thought process we're gonna do is with our suspension arms. I initially was gonna leave them alone, but I really did not like the idea of that rubber compliance bushing of sorts, kind of messing around with stuff as you like brake, having it being able to move a little bit. So I got a little something else that I want to try out that who knows if it'll work or not. All right, so down here we have a set of those new suspension arms. I ordered up a new set just because, mainly because if I screw this up, I still have something to throw back on it and get moving. But we removed the bushing here, and we got a little bit of this to go in with it. And also a little bit of that. Anyways, so what we ended up with is a narrow Johnny joint. Slap it together, let it ride in there. How's this gonna work? I have no idea, because I don't think this was ever designed to work the way we're going to. Honestly, in my book, worst case scenario is we eat up those urethane bushings faster, but if that's what we got to do to have a rebuildable joint, I'm all for it. Anyways, so our next step is, because this sleeve is obviously too small for the hole, we're gonna have to machine up some sleeves that'll kind of bush that out. So that kind of brings us back to our cheap lathe here. So worst case scenario, we want it about the same size as that guy. So if we just mark a couple down the line, something a little bit like that. And that'll be our rings that we gotta chop. All right, that looks pretty good. Time to chop off a few more. All right, so we're on revision 2. As you can see here, we cut down this inner piece a little bit further so we have a little more angle movement. So hopefully that'll work a little bit better. I do have version 1 mounted in the car and it kind of works, but hopefully this will work a little bit better. So this guy should be good enough we can load it up. Just throw this washer in there. Lube her up as good as we can. Because like we're not gonna have much lube between the kind of this carrier piece and this guy, mainly because this urethane piece really shouldn't move. Lube it all up. So it's like it shouldn't really move, and we'll be putting a greasable bolt through here so that way the grease can come through that passageway, and that will be how we lube up this thing. Not too bad. Now we're just gonna press that guy right in it, and away we go. All right, so we're not the most scientific channel on the planet, but we do have some solid evidence on what I was doing here. So on this side, we have the more extended cups, and on this side we have the shaved down ones. And you can, I guess, you probably won't be able to see since it's not the best on the camera, but one side is definitely working better than the other. So, for a better illustration, drop this guy down until it hits the metal, and that leaves us maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch off of the concrete. And then if we shove our tape measure down here, it goes from, on the top, 1.5 inches up to 8.5 inches. That's our full extent. So 1.5 inches to 8.5 inches. This guy on the other end, all the way down, it hits concrete first. We could probably go a tad bit more on, but not a lot. So that puts that at 1 inch up to about 10 inches. So 1 to 10, that's 9-inch travel. 1.5 inches to 8, that's less. So definitely a lot better traveling on that. We'll be perfectly happy with performance from this side over here. So now I'll just have to yank that thing back out, press it back out, trim her down, press it back in. Lots of fun. I guess I'll just yank that thing out and move from there. All right, so I don't know where the heck I left this video, since I kind of got over that wonderful disease there. I kind of can't remember half what was going on. But anyways, we did get these arms thrown in with those Johnny joints. They look like they'll work pretty well, and they will keep the wiggles out of it. So, I mean, I guess that's about it that we can really expect for this video. I'm gonna get the rest of the front of this thing put together, so we're back kind of where we were a little bit previous, and then we can rip that transmission out of the back half of it and actually take a look at what broke in it. So that's the plan for the next time. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Hopefully we'll get to see you again later.